she lost 53 pounds in 6 months, and she happens to be my client. Welcome to the podcast. ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਨਾ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਪੈਸੇ ਹੋਣ, ਜਿੰਨੀ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਵੈਲਥ ਹੋਵੇ, ਵੱਡੇ ਘਰ ਹੋਣ, ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਸਿਹਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਠੀਕ ਹੈਗੀ ਐਟ ਦ ਐਂਡ ਆਫ ਦਾ ਡੇ, ਇਫ ਯੂ ਆਰ ਨਾਟ ਹੈਲਥੀ, ਉਹ ਪੈਸਾ, ਉਹ ਘਰ, ਉਹ ਵੈਲਥ ਦੀ ਕੋਈ ਵੈਲਿਊ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈਗੀ। ਐਂਡ ਮੋਸਟਲੀ ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਦੇ ਦਿਨਾਂ 'ਚ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ ਓਵਰਵੇਟ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ, ਉਹ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨਾਲ ਬਹੁਤ ਡੀਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਡੇ ਟੂ ਡੇ ਲਾਈਫ 'ਚ। ਐਂਗਜ਼ਾਇਟੀ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆ, ਉਹ ਡਿਪਰੈਸ਼ਨ 'ਚ ਬਦਲ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆ। ਕਈ ਬੰਦੇ ਡਿਸਾਈਡ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਐਵਰੀ ਡੇ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਆਪਣਾ ਵੇਟ ਲੂਜ਼ ਦੀ ਜਰਨੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਨੀ ਆ, ਬਟ ਕਈ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਵੀਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਉਹ ਜਰਨੀ ਨੂੰ ਖ਼ਤਮ ਕਰ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ। ਮੋਟੀਵੇਸ਼ਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ। ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਸਾਰੇ, ਇੱਕ ਕੁੜੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਬੈਠੀ ਅੱਜ, ਸ਼ੀ ਲਾਸਟ 53 pounds in 6 months, and she happens to be my client, whole client. So today I have Vishali with me. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
So you want to share your little experience, and before we go into the experience, how old are you, if you want to share it, your job, your profession and everything, just a little overview, then we'll go into details.
Okay. Right now I'm 27. I just turned 27 earlier this year. I started coaching when I was 25, so I've been working out for about 1.5 years now, I would say. I'm not in school anymore. I just graduated from a master's from New York University, and I work at a federal government office.
Okay. And what was your weight ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਡਿਸਾਈਡ ਕੀਤਾ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਟਰਾਂਸਫਾਰਮ ਹੋਣਾ ਜਾਂ ਮੈਂ weight ਘਟਾਉਣਾ? How much your weight was at that time?
My initial weight prior to coaching was 185 pounds.
185. And height ਕਿੰਨੀ ਆ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ?
5'4".
Just for the reference, 5'4", 185 pound ਤੁਹਾਡਾ weight ਸੀਗਾ ਉਦੋਂ. And why did you decide ਕਿ ਮੈਂ change ਕਰਨਾ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ? Why I want to lose weight? Like, what was in your head?
At that time, there was a lot of things going on in my mind. The main thing was that मैं अपना lifestyle change करना चाहती थी. I wanted to live a better life. I wanted to live a different life. I wanted to love myself more. So ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਰੀਲ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਾਰੀ ਦੇਖੇ ਸੀ ਟਿਕਟੋਕ ਤੇ, ਇੰਸਟਾਗ੍ਰਾਮ ਤੇ। ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਫਰੈਂਡ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਸੀ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਮੋਟੀਵੇਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਲੱਗਦੀ ਆ ਤੂੰ, ਇੰਨੀ ਸੋਹਣੀ ਆ ਤੂੰ, ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਸੋਹਣੀ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੀ ਆ ਤੂੰ, ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਵਧੀਆ ਲਾਈਫ ਜੀ ਸਕਦੀ ਆ। ਐਂਡ ਆਲ ਆਫ ਦੋਜ਼ ਫੈਕਟਰਸ ਕੇਮ ਟੂਗੈਦਰ ਐਟ ਵਨ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ। ਐਂਡ ਫਿਰ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਇੱਕ ਰੀਲ ਦੇਖੀ ਸੀ, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਪਤਾ ਹੋਊਗਾ, ਮੈਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਾਰੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮੈਂਸ਼ਨ ਕੀਤੀ ਆ। ਆਈ ਥਿੰਕ ਸਾਰੇ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਫੋਲੋ ਕਰਦੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੋਊਗਾ ਰੀਲ ਬਾਰੇ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਵੇਲੇ ਉੱਠ ਕੇ ਜਿਮ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ।
That time I used to go to gym at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay, I used to start work at 6, so I used to get up like 1:30ish, go to gym 2:30, then after that 2-2.5 ਘੰਟੇ workout ਕਰਨ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ I used to go to work. That one reel just told me that if this guy can go to the gym, he's not that much, you are, but you're not that much more special than me or different than me. मैं क्यों नहीं कर सकती? So then I decided, okay, I'm going to go to Good Life Fitness, and I'm getting a membership today, and I'm going to start today. So मैं 1-2 महीने आपे ही शुरू किया सी, माड़ा मोटा treadmill, walking outside. Then I was like, okay, it's time to get serious. I have a lot of work to do, and we're going to do the work now. फिर मैं थानू contact किया सी, ऐसी एक बारी email ते which we spoke over email, and that's it. Okay. First of all, I'm not doing my promotion here. ਕਿ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਕੋਚਿੰਗ ਲਓ। ਯੂ ਕੈਨ ਫਾਈਂਡ ਐਨੀ ਕੋਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਨਵੀਨੀਅੰਟ ਹੈਗਾ ਵਾ। ਦ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਇਜ਼ ਕਿ ਬਿਫੋਰ ਯੂ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਸਪੈਂਡਿੰਗ ਟੂ ਮਚ ਮਨੀ ਇਨਟੂ ਯੂਰ ਜਿਮ ਆਊਟਫਿਟਸ ਔਰ ਦ ਸਪਲੀਮੈਂਟਸ ਕਿ ਆਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਖਾ ਕੇ ਫਿੱਟ ਹੋਈਏ ਜਾਂ ਉਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਖਾ ਕੇ ਫਿੱਟ ਹੋਈਏ, ਯੂ ਹੈਵ ਟੂ ਬਿਲਡ ਅ ਹੈਬਿਟ, ਅ ਰੂਟੀਨ। ਸੋ ਸ਼ੀ ਬਿਲਡ ਅ ਰੂਟੀਨ ਫਰਸਟ, ਰਾਈਟ? ਜਿਮ ਜਾਣਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤਾ। ਦੈਟ at one point she realized ਕਿ okay, need more guidance. Then no guidance ਦੇ ਲਈ she approached me. Then from there on we start working together. So ਕਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਸੀਗੀਆਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬਦਲਣ 'ਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਔਖਾ ਲੱਗਿਆ? I believe ਜੋ ਕੋਈ ਬੰਦਾ overweight ਹੁੰਦਾ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਕਰਦਾ ਜਰਨੀ, ਕਈ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ 'ਚੋਂ ਨਿਕਲਦਾ। I want to know your things which you find really hard to overcome with.
The main problem, I think, in my lifestyle was 100% the diet. ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਮੁੜ ਕੇ ਰਿਫਲੈਕਟ ਕਰਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਜਾਂ ਸੋਚਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਕੀ ਖਾਂਦੀ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਮੈਂ ਕੀ ਖਾਂਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਇਟਸ ਲਾਈਕ ਨਾਈਟ ਐਂਡ ਡੇ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਸ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਮੈਂ 5 or 6 days ਬਾਹਰ ਖਾਂਦੀ ਸੀ if you can believe that like
and what is that
ਬਾਹਰ ਖਾਣਾ means morning breakfast Tim Hortons ਲੈ ਲਿਆ ਸ਼ਾਮ ਨੂੰ Osmos ਲੈ ਲਿਆ ਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਮੈਂ ਕੁਛ ਮਿੱਠਾ ਖਾਣਾ ਹੁਣ McDonald's ਤੋਂ ਆਈਸ ਕਰੀਮ ਲੈ ਲਈ every single day 4 or 5 days in the week and on the weekends 100%.
Yeah, well, the thing is when you eat from outside all the refined sugar and all the food which is processed you get a spike in your blood level ਇੱਕਦਮ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਮਿਲਦੀ ਆ then ਇੱਕਦਮ drop ਹੁੰਦਾ and you look for that spike ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ dopamine release ਵੀ ਕਹਿ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ right ਜੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ food ਬਾਅਦੋਂ ਖਾਂਦੇ ਹੋ easy food comfort food but ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ actual good habit ਨੂੰ practice ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ workout ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ diet proper ਖਾਂਦੇ ਹੋ then ਤੁਹਾਡਾ dopamine release ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਫਿਰ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਵਾ but ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ dopamine release ਹੁੰਦਾ ਉਹ ਲੰਬੇ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੱਕ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ instead of you just going for your convenience ਕਿ Tim Hortons ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਲਿਆ McDonald's ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਲਿਆ ਜਾਂ so transition ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋਈ how did you start everything right away ਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਕ ਦਿਨ ਮੈਂ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਬਾਹਰੋਂ ਖਾ ਦਿਆ next day I'm just having salad or like all good food like because I know I told you to eat stuff ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿ ਖਾਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਵਾ but I'm sure it's hard when you start how did you deal with that
ਮੈਨੂੰ ਗੁੱਸਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਸੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਤੇ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਕਿਉਂ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ how did I let myself go this much ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਗੁੱਸਾ ਸੀ and that anger motivated me to go from 0 to 100 very fast. It was like if you were to think that the change was overnight it really was. That one email that I sent to you the next day I was on it. I stopped eating out for a long time. I stopped bringing junk food into my house for grocery. मैं अपनी grocery आप कर दी थी separate like.
And you were 25 at that time.
Yeah, at that time I was 25. I was about to turn 26 and I started doing my own grocery. I started saying no to plans. That was very hard as well. Saying no to your friends when they want to go out because if it's summer or anything they want to go out it's okay to say no and that took me a long time to understand as well.
Yeah, ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ age 15 when kids they are from 15 to 25 ਤੁਹਾਡਾ metabolism system ਤੁਹਾਡੀ body ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆ fast ਚੱਲਦੀ ਆ right ਉਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੇ ਹੁੰਦਾ did you ever feel when you were 15 that you ever get fat
no
kids ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਛੋਟੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਦੇ fat ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੇ because you're eating everything and your system is working fast and ਤੁਹਾਡੀ body enough fat store ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦੀ because system fast ਚੱਲਦਾ but as you start getting old ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ fast system ਆ ਹੌਲੀ ਹੌਲੀ slow ਹੋਣ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਂਦਾ when you are continuously throwing junk into your system but ਸਟਾਰਟਿੰਗ ਏਜ ਤੋਂ ਹੀ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹੁਣ ਛੋਟੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਤੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਘਿਓ ਬਹੁਤ ਖਾਧਾ ਮੈਂ ਘਿਓ ਬਹੁਤ ਖਾਧਾ ਰਾਈਟ ਘਿਓ ਖਾਧਾ ਪਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਖਾਧੀਆਂ ਸੋ ਆਈ ਵਾਜ਼ ਨੈਵਰ ਫੈਟ ਰਾਈਟ ਆਈ ਵਾਜ਼ ਲਾਈਕ ਗਠਿਆ ਜਿਹਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਫੈਟ ਜਾਨ ਬਹੁਤ ਸੀਗੀ ਆਈ ਯੂਜ਼ ਟੂ ਪਲੇ ਸੌਕਰ ਐਂਡ ਐਵਰੀਥਿੰਗ ਸੋ ਦ ਪ੍ਰੈਕਟਿਸਿਸ ਯੂ ਡੂ ਇਨ ਯੋਰ अर्ਲੀ ਏਜ ਸਟਾਰਟਿੰਗ ਫਰਮ 15 to 25 ਤੇ ਬਾਅਦ 'ਚ ਵੀ ਰਾਈਟ ਉਹ ਪ੍ਰੈਕਟਿਸਿਸ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬੁੱਢਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਛੇਤੀ ਹੋਣ ਦਿੰਦੀਆਂ ਨਾ ਹੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮੋਟਾ ਹੋਣ ਦਿੰਦੀਆਂ ਛੇਤੀ ਰਾਈਟ ਪਰ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੰਫਰਟ ਫੂਡ ਨੂੰ ਚੂਜ਼ ਕਰ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਹੋ ਸਟਾਰਟਿੰਗ ਤੋਂ ਹੀ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਚਲੋ ਅੱਜ ਬਾਅਦ ਖਾਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਵੀਕਐਂਡ 'ਤੇ ਚਲੋ ਅੱਜ ਮੈਂ ਕੰਮ ਤੋਂ ਛੇਤੀ ਛੁੱਟ ਗਿਆ ਚਲੋ ਮੈਂ ਡੋਨਟ ਲੈ ਲੈਣਾ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ ਕੁਛ every little thing adds up right and if you don't track your food I'm not saying ਕਿ ਕਾਪੀ ਪੈਨ ਲਿਖ ਕੇ but you need to know ਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਜੋ ਮੈਂ ਫੂਡ ਖਾਧਾ ਉਹ 'ਚ 70 to 75% ਨੈਚੁਰਲ ਸੀਗਾ ਕੰਪਲੈਕਸ ਸੀਗਾ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਰਿਫਾਈਨਡ ਜਾਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਸੈਸ ਫੂਡ ਨਹੀਂ ਖਾਧਾ only that will give you many good results in your days you don't have to start ਕਿ ਯਾਨੀ ਕਿ ਸਭ ਕੁਛ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ and on the dot ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਵਾ ਮਾਈਕਰੋ ਮੈਨੇਜ ਕਰਕੇ no only if you eat complex food ਜਿਹੜਾ ਜ਼ਮੀਨ 'ਚੋਂ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਵਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਸੈਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ that will give you a big turnaround so ਜੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਰਨੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤੀ I'm pretty sure ਕਈਆਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਤੂੰ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਚੱਕਰਾਂ 'ਚ ਪਈਆਂ right like ਖਾਣਾ ਕਿਉਂ ਛੱਡਤਾ ਤੂੰ ਵੀਕ ਹੋ ਜਾਏਗੀ ਇਹ ਉਹ so what was your family reaction and your friends
My family in the beginning didn't really understand what am I doing because at that time ਅਸੀਂ ਸਵੇਰੇ 4-5 ਵਜੇ ਸਾਡੀ coaching ਹੁੰਦੀ ਸੀ we used to go to the gym and my family was like what are you doing like it's so early like I was like it's okay I gotta do this it's okay my family was really supportive they never forced me like oh like you're not gonna eat this you're not gonna eat that
they supported me a lot because they also saw, like, they saw my weight gain progression and they saw my weight loss progression very slowly, very seriously, and they supported me a lot, which I'm so grateful for my family and my friends too. I can honestly say I never had any negative people around me that were criticizing me. There was times, like, if I'm spending 3-4 hours at the gym, my parents are like, what are you doing? Come home. But, you know, at the end of the day, they understood because they saw my results too.
So from 185 to ਜਦੋਂ ਹੁਣ ਤੁਸੀਂ present day ਹੈਗੇ ਹੋ, I believe ਉਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਇੱਕ ਥਾਂ ਤੇ ਕੋਈ obstacle ਇਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਆਇਆ ਹੋਣਾ ਜਿੱਥੇ you felt like giving up. Did you ever cry?
You know I did. You know I cried. I cried a lot, actually. There was, as we know, when we lose weight, there's some times where you're going to lose a lot of weight really fast. You can say, like, water weight or initial newbie gains, whatever you call it. And middle day to jaake thoda just stuck ho janda hai, but it's not stuck. You're just, you need to do something a little bit different, or you need to go a little bit more harder because your body is getting used to it. So I think around 165 to 150, I got stuck. I remember I got stuck at 155 pounds. And my gut was still a little bit out, and I wasn't happy with my muscle definition yet. At that point, I started to feel kind of demotivated, and I cried a lot, like in our weekly sessions as well. But after that, I just kept going. Like, even if you feel like giving up, okay, you can feel like that, but just keep going.
Well, what kept you going?
Because I knew I was going to come out the other side stronger. Like, it's okay if you feel like giving up, you just can't give up. The feeling is okay, but the action is not okay.
I think it's okay to cry.
Yeah, it's okay to cry.
Because another thing which you need to understand, or people need to understand, ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤਾ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜੇ ਚਰਬੀ ਫੜਦੇ ਹੋ ਢਿੱਡ ਦੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਏਡੀ ਚਰਬੀ ਆ, right? Not saying you, I'm saying in general, right?
Say my name when you talk about me.
ਤੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਚਰਬੀ, ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤਾ, ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਲੇਅਰ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਚਰਬੀ ਦੀ ਉਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਛੇਤੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆ, ਇੰਨੀ ਕੁ ਜਦੋਂ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆ, ਰਾਈਟ? ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਐਂਡ ਵਾਲੀ ਤੇ ਇੰਨੀ ਤੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਹੋ ਉਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਲੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆ, ਰਾਈਟ? ਤੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਟਾਈਮ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਵਾ। ਲੋਕੀ ਫਿਰ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਡੀਮੋਟੀਵੇਟ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਕਿ ਯਾਰ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਇੰਨੀ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਅੱਧੀ ਚਰਬੀ ਬੜੇ ਆਰਾਮ ਨਾਲ ਘਟ ਗਈ, ਰਾਈਟ? ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਲਾਸਟ ਵਾਲਾ ਲੇਅਰ ਆ ਫੈਟ ਦੀ ਜਾਣ ਲਈ ਦੇ ਕੈਟ ਡੀਮੋਟੀਵੇਟਡ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣਾ, ਬਟ ਲਾਸਟ ਲੇਅਰ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਫੈਟ ਦੀ ਉਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਔਖੀ ਚੱਲਦੀ ਹੈ। ਜੇ ਸੌਖੇ ਮਿਲ ਜਾਂਦੇ 6 ਪੈਕ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਕੋਲ ਹੀ ਹੋਣੇ ਸੀਗੇ, right? When you see a person with 6 pack or person who is fit or in shape, there's a lot of hard work goes behind it. You know that.
Yeah.
I know that.
There's
right?
years.
Yeah. And you have to say no to parties. How many times you said no to parties?
I have no idea. I think that summer 2023, I didn't do a thing. I didn't do a single thing. I think maybe I went out once or twice, and even then I was like, okay, I'm only going to have this. Like, I already read the menu before. I already know what I was going to eat, so I can make healthier decisions. I know I'm not going to have any mocktail because it's not worth it for me at that point.
ਹੁਣ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉਹ ਟਾਈਮ ਚੋਂ ਨਿਕਲ ਕੇ ਹੁਣ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸੂਟ ਪਾਉਣ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਦੇ ਆ, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਡਰੈਸਿਸ ਪਾਉਣ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ, ਲਾਈਕ is it worth it now?
I can't even believe it. I can't even believe it. And I'm so grateful that my friends and family, they hype me up every time, every day. Like, you know what? Just yesterday I went to a wedding and I got out of the car and my friend looked at me. She's my friend for, I don't even know, 13 or 14 years. She looked at me. You look so skinny.
Yeah.
You look like the old you. And those kind of things, like, I can't even believe that it's me. When I get dressed up and I look in the mirror and I take my picture, I can't even believe it's me.
How does that affect with your self-confidence and in your day-to-day life?
The difference is insane. I never thought I would feel like this. The confidence that you get, just if you want to go grocery shopping and you can wear a nice outfit and you go to Walmart and you feel confident, it's a totally different feeling. I used to hide myself in hoodies and sweatpants, and my hair is never done. I never look nice to my own self. And now I, like, you know, not to toot my own horn, but I can wear whatever I want now, and I always look nice to myself, for myself.
Okay. So now you have transformed yourself, right? ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੁਣ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ eating habit ਆ, how long it took you to get into that, and what is your eating habit now? Because I'm not coaching you now, right? So what is your day-to-day life eating habit as something you want to throw out for people who want to start their fat losing journey? Like, what are 2-3 things I would say you want to give?
I think the first piece of advice that I would give is you need to control your eating habits by eating at home. If you feel like, okay, I want to eat this from outside, try to make it at your house first and find the ingredients, what you're going to make at home, and make it in a healthy way. It's going to make you so much, it's going to feel better. It's going to be better for you, and you're going to know exactly what you're eating so you can track it. You can keep track of how to make it.
Give me an example of the food.
Like if you want a burger, say if you're craving a McDonald's burger and fries, you can chop up a potato really thin, put it in your air fryer with a little bit of olive oil, and it's going to make you feel better so much more than eating large fries from McDonald's. You can make ground chicken burger at home rather than getting it from outside, and it's going to be way better for you, and you still fix that craving. So when you find these small steps and small solutions, it's not about I need to lose weight. You just need to do better grocery.
Did you use any supplements to lose weight, any fat burners, or some drinks which are going around on social media?
I use pre-workout, of course, and I used L-carnitine, which was recommended by my coach. I used it on and off. I think I can't say it worked or not worked. It just made me really sweaty. So that's on you if you want to take it or not. I think it was good though.
But what do you think actually helped you to lose fat?
Shutting up and getting on the treadmill.
And what else?
What helped me to lose fat? In terms of supplements, I think
Not supplements, overall.
overall just moving your body. Like my lifestyle before was so stagnant. As I mentioned, I have an office job. You're sitting 8 hours a day. After work, you're sitting on the couch, eating roti and going to sleep. You're not going to see any progress like that. You need to move your body. You need to eat good food. That's it. It's not that hard.
Okay. Do you count your calories?
I do.
Now?
Yes,
You still count your calories?
I still do.
Nice. And how long it took you to get into the habit?
I think I got onto it pretty quickly. With the diet plan that we were using, I didn't have to count my calories. After I stopped coaching, I followed the same diet plan for a while and slowly started adding things. So now I think I have a pretty good idea of, if I want to try something new, I can just quickly put it in MyFitnessPal. And it's just one extra step that you take so you know what you're eating and how much
It's so
you're eating.
easy to track everything
Yeah.
through MyFitnessPal,
100%,
right?
100%.
And once you put the numbers in once or twice or three times, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਦਿਮਾਗ 'ਚ ਉਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਯਾਦ ਰਹਿ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆ ਕਿ ਜੇ ਮੈਂ ਪੀਨਟ ਬਟਰ ਲੈ ਰਹੀ ਹਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਇਹਦੇ 1 ਟੀਸਪੂਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੰਨਾ ਵਾ, ਜਾਂ ਜੇ ਮੈਂ ਇਹ ਖਾ ਰਹੀ ਹਾਂ 'ਚ ਇੰਨਾ. I think when you practice eating good food, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਦਿਮਾਗ 'ਚ ਇੱਕ ਇਮੇਜ ਬਣਨ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ, ਜੇ ਮੈਂ ਅੱਜ ਬਰਗਰ ਖਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਵਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਲੱਗੂੰਗਾ.
Yeah.
ਮੈਂ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਜਿੰਮ ਜਾਣਾ, ਮੇਰਾ ਵਰਕਆਊਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੋਣਾ.
Yes.
ਜਾਂ ਫਿਰ XYZ reasons, right, ਕਿ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਨੂੰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਵਧੀਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਫੀਲ ਹੋਣਾ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਮੈਂ ਇਹ ਖਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਵਾਂ, right? ਸੋ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਦਿਮਾਗ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹ ਚੀਜ਼ 'ਚ ਆਉਂਦਾ. Do you train in Brampton gyms?
Yes, I train exclusively in Brampton gyms.
Do you feel safe when you train at Brampton gyms?
See, this is difficult because I think it's very depending on the person. I feel safe and comfortable training in any Brampton gym now after 1.5 years.
So
of training.
once you start training when you were overweight, how was you feeling then?
I was very shy. I was very self-conscious. I was very, very unwilling to go into a public gym. I think the first time I trained in a co-ed gym was because you made me come train with you in a co-ed gym. But typically I used to go to the women's only gym. And even there I would stay on the Stairmaster, on the treadmill, or in the studio. Just because I was very everyone else here is so much more fit than me. Do I even deserve to be here? So much negative self-talk and so much negative self-worth inside me at that point that I felt like I don't even deserve to take up space here. But slowly after a while, you start realizing that everyone in the gym actually only cares about themselves. No one is looking at you. Everyone is worried about their own shoulders, their own dolly, their own chest. Like nobody is looking at you.
Do guys come up to you in the gym now? Like that's one why I want to ask. I know some girls who go to Brampton gym, and some of the girls who are my friends, they don't want to go to Brampton gyms.
Yeah.
They find it really creepy.
Yes.
So I want you to touch on that. Like, how do you feel about it? Don't take my word for anything.
Yeah, it does happen, and it is unfortunate that some people can't just come to the gym and work out and go. of course it's good to make friends in the gym. If you're seeing the same people every day, it's very motivating to see the same guys or girls every day and, you know, say hello to each other. But if it's like that kind of situation, I usually just, you know, politely decline and say like, hey, I'm focusing on my workout.
Give me an example.
Like an example would be like if someone were to come up to you in the gym and ask you for your social media, or like, you know, it happens to me, or if someone asks me for my Instagram or for my Snapchat, you know, if it happens 1-2 times, I usually just politely say like, oh, I don't use it, or I'm okay. But if somebody is being in a rude way, you can just put in your headphones and look down, because no one's going to learn if you're just going to be nice to them.
So when you train, right, what is your split is like now? Like, do you do cardio every day? Do you prefer training early mornings or evenings, or like what is your workout like, and how many days you train now?
So in the gym, I train 4 or 5 days in a week, but 7 days a week I do cardio and core or ground workout, so some variation of that. So I try to move my body every single day, 7 days, but when I get into the gym, it's usually about 4 or 5 days, and then I split my workout, just the same one that we used to do, push, pull, legs twice a week, and then I added 2 ground workouts per week as well.
What do you do for cardio?
For cardio, I'm sticking to the basics: treadmill, incline walk, and Stairmaster, my favorite.
And did you ever had that any BP is like, oh, while you are doing so much workout, you're gonna look like a banda, or like you're gonna have hard time making babies or something like that?
Yes, a lot of older women seem to think that if you lift weights a lot, it's gonna affect if you can have babies or something, or if you're gonna look too bulky. I can promise everyone that you're not going to look too bulky. It takes years and years and years of training. And I don't think as a woman I'm ever going to be benching 2 or 3 plates that I'm going to look like that. You know, as long as you just train how you want to train and you feel good while you're doing it and you're not hurting yourself, I think that's the most important part.
It took you 6 months to transform, right? Then it becomes your lifestyle.
Yeah.
So once you start something, or pehla 1 week or 2 week, it's so challenging, so hard. Then when you do something for 4 weeks or a month, ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ ਹੈਬਿਟ ਬਣਨ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ. When you do something for non-stop 2 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਜਾਂ 3 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਲਈ, ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ lifestyle ਬਣ ਜਾਂਦਾ. Once it becomes your lifestyle and you can wear the clothes you want, you know, your confidence goes up, and all these little things. Every time I think any room ch jo tusi janne ho, before you open your mouth, people look at you and they see your personality through your body shape.
Yeah.
Okay, this person is in good shape, is taking care of himself or herself, right? So they can be good for our facility or wherever you go to work or anything like that, right? One advice you want to give to kids who are growing up, they're between, I would say, 16 to 20 something, what would be that one advice?
I would say keep your body moving. You're never going to realize what you missed until it's gone. You're never going to realize that, oh, I used to look good in this dress and now I don't, until you get there. So you should keep your body moving. You should keep your healthy habits healthy. And don't let yourself go down the path that you can't come back from, because sometimes it's really hard to come back. Sometimes you don't want to admit that you're so deep in the hole that you can't come back. So you should just avoid it in the first place. Don't be like me.
Do you still crave junk food?
100%. I can't lie.
And what do you do in that situation?
You know what? I feel like I'm at the point now where it's not horrible if I eat out or if I eat junk food once or twice in a month. As long as you're keeping your body moving and you have healthy habits in the whole month or the whole week, it's not horrible to have, you know, one meal that fills your heart with joy. And it's important to keep that in mind, but it's also important to keep it in mind that not everything deserves a reward. If you went to the gym for 1 week, doesn't mean you should take 3-4 days off because you're so sore. Keep going. You didn't earn it yet.
When you start your fitness journey, what was the one picture in your head which kept you going? Because ਮੇਰੇ ਦਿਮਾਗ 'ਚ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਜਦੋਂ compete ਕਰਨਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ, ਮੇਰੇ ਦਿਮਾਗ 'ਚ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ me looking shredded, right? ਕਿ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ fat ਨਹੀਂ body ਤੇ, and I'm posing on the stage, right? And every time ਜੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ craving ਹੁੰਦੀ ਸੀ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਮੈਂ ਖਾ ਲੈਣਾ, ਕੱਲ ਮੇਰੀ ਬਾਡੀ ਨੇ ਵਾਟਰ ਹੋਲਡ ਕਰਨਾ, ਜੇ ਮੈਂ ਕੰਟੀਨਿਊ 2-3 ਦਿਨ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਖਾ ਲਿਆ ਉਹ ਵਾਟਰ ਹੋਲਡ ਤੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਫੈਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਦਲ ਜਾਣਾ, ਰਾਈਟ? What was the one picture in your head ਜਿਹੜੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕ੍ਰੇਵਿੰਗ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਸੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੋਚਦੇ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਉੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣਾ ਜੇ ਮੈਂ ਆਹ ਖਾ ਲਿਆ? So what was that one picture which you imagined all the time ਕਿ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਲੱਗਣਾ ਜੇ ਮੈਂ ਜਾ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ ਤਾਂ ਕੱਲ ਹੋਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਤੋਂ?
My picture in my head was always that I want to go shopping and I want to buy whatever I want. I don't want to have to try on everything and worry कि यार मेरे जचना नहीं जा, इत्थों नहीं सोना लगना, उत्थों नहीं सोना लगना. I don't want to feel like that anymore. I want to go shopping with my friends and just pick up everything that I think is cute and I know when I go home, even if it doesn't fit me properly, it's still going to look nice.
Because your body's in shape, so whatever I'm wearing is going to take that shape instead of me going out and looking for clothes ਜਿਹੜੇ cloth ਮੈਨੂੰ ਵਧੀਆ ਦਿਖਾਉਣਗੇ.
Yes.
Because my shape is good, everything I wear, it's going to look good.
100%.
Last advice you want to give to people who are growing up, right, or who want to start the fitness journey and they don't have the motivation to start it. They are finding it hard to start that New Year resolution. What is that one suggestion you would give to somebody, right, कि उन्होंने अपनी fitness journey शुरू करनी है, they're overweight or they're busy? I'm pretty sure you were busy too when you start your journey. It's not that I know you were working, you're doing other things too, right? And you start your fitness journey. So many people, they're working and they're overweight and they want to start their fitness journey. What is one thing you can suggest, okay, do this and you can start it?
I think let go of short-term goals and understand that this is a long race. It's a long race that's going to take years. So if the years are going to go by anyway, you might as well look good throughout them. Let go of the fact that, okay, I'm going to just drop everything and go to the gym for 3 months and I'm going to look amazing and then I'm never going to set foot in the gym again. It's not going to work like that. You're going to feel worse. When I set myself up for failure like that, you crash and burn. I used to think that too, like, okay, when we first started coaching, I don't know if you remember, I only signed up for a month. I was like, yeah, in 1 month, I'm going to lose like 20 pounds. I'm going to look so good and I'm going to be fine. After that first month, I was like, okay, ਏਦਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣਾ, ਏਦਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੰਮ ਬਣਨਾ. We have to keep going. Then I did another 3 months. Then I did another 3 months. And then I was like, okay, now I'm getting somewhere. Now I have some knowledge. Let me try this by myself. Let me make this my lifestyle and see where I can take myself after getting all the advice from the coach.
ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਸ਼ਾਰਟ ਟਰਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਈ ਚੀਜ਼ ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਰਿਵਾਰਡ ਦਿੰਦੀ ਪਈ ਹੈ, especially for fat lose, say no to it. Because there are so many supplements out there. There's so many coaches out there ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ calories ਇੱਕਦਮ drop ਕਰ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ. They put you on supplement. You lose weight fast with that, but you lose your shape too.
Yeah.
Because any client I train, I'm more concerned about the shape than the losing fat, right? ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਢਿੱਡ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਏਡੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਹੋ, ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਇਕੱਲਾ ਫੈਟ ਲੂਜ਼ ਵੱਲ ਧਿਆਨ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਵਾ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਉਹ ਸੇਮ ਸ਼ੇਪ ਨੇ ਛੋਟੀ ਹੋ ਜਾਣਾ, right? You have to train for good shape, good muscle development, not just weight scale. Because ਆਪਣੇ ਲੋਕ weight scale ਵੱਲ ਬਹੁਤ ਫੋਕਸ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਸ 10 ਪਾਊਂਡ weight ਘਟਾਉਣਾ ਵਾ ਜਾਂ ਮੇਰਾ ਵਿਆਹ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਇਹਦੇ ਲਈ weight ਘਟਾਉਣਾ ਵਾ, ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ we just go back to being square one. Back in the days we have so many extra activities, like my mom, she used to do so much. ਕੱਪੜੇ ਧੋਣੇ, take care of us, so many other things. So she was moving all day long. Now ਆਪਣੀ facilities ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਧ ਗਈਆਂ ਨੇ, comfort ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਧ ਗਈ ਆ. Like on our fingertips we can order food, a cab, whatever. We don't have to move much. So you need to find ways so you can move your body, because at the end of the day ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਹਾਰਾ ਦੇਣਾ ਆਉਣਾ ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਆਪ ਦੀ ਬੋਡੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਹੱਥ ਪੈਰ ਵਧੀਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਚੱਲਦੇ ਪਏ ਹੈਗੇ. Your knowledge and your body and your health, nobody can take it from you. And I can see that in you. You made a change and it's a really inspiring story. That's what I wanted to share with everybody today. I just want to say thank you to you for coming to the podcast and sharing your story. Anything you want to add at the end of this podcast?
I wanted to ask you some questions. No one ever takes your interview.
Okay.
So we talked a lot about today that how did you find the motivation? How did you stay in it? And I think it's really important for everyone to know how you stay in it, because this is your lifestyle. Asi hale apna lifestyle banane pe hain. It takes me time every week to say, okay, I'm going to go to the gym at this time, I'm going to do this. You do this for a living. How do you stay so positive? How do you care so much about people? You cared about me so much to get me here.
I see myself in other people when I start with them. Like, ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਚੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਨਿਕਲਿਆ ਛੋਟੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ, it was stressful. It was really down, right? Like, people made fun of me all the time. ਮੇਰੇ ਸਕੂਲ 'ਚ ਵੀ, ਸਾਡੇ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਗਲੀ ਮੁਹੱਲੇ 'ਚ ਵੀ, I never thought ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ 'ਚ ਕੁਛ ਬਣ ਸਕਦਾ, right? Then I started listening to ਆਪਣੀ ਕਥਾ ਹੋ ਗਈ, right? ਆਪਣਾ ਸਿੱਖ ਹਿਸਟਰੀ ਹੋ ਗਈ. Then I saw ਕਿ ਆਪਣੇ ਸਿੰਘ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆ, ਸਿੰਘ ਸਿੰਘਣੀਆਂ ਉਸ ਟਾਈਮ 'ਤੇ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਹਾਲਾਤਾਂ 'ਚੋਂ ਨਿਕਲੇ ਸੀਗੇ, right? ਅਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਮੈਂ then I look at myself, I was like, why I'm feeling sorry for myself so much, right? So I went through this journey where ਮੈਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾ competition ਲੜਿਆ, I wasn't allowed to cook chicken at home. So ਮੈਂ ਗਲਾਸ 'ਚ ਚਿਕਨ ਬਣਾਉਂਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ. I used to eat chicken ਜਮਾਂ ਹੀ ਲੱਕੜਾ ਸੀਗਾ. ਮੈਂ ਰਾਤੀ ਉਹ ਟੀ ਫਾਲ ਜੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਰੱਖ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ, ਸਵੇਰ ਤੱਕ ਬਾਅਦ ਪਿਆ ਸੁੱਕ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਉਹ ਬਣ ਕੇ ਨਾ. I used to eat that with water, right? ਅਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਖਾਈ ਜਾਣਾ ਅਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਉੱਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਕੰਪੀਟੀਸ਼ਨ ਕੰਪੀਟ ਕੀਤਾ. ਸੋ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਯਾਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਗਾਈਡ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਲਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਨਹੀਂ. ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕੋਚ ਵੀ ਸੀਗੇ ਦੇ ਵਰ ਮੋਰ ਸੋ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹੋਰ ਐਕਸਟੈਂਡ ਕਰ ਲਓ ਪਲਾਨ, ਹੋਰ ਐਕਸਟੈਂਡ ਕਰ ਲਓ. ਸੋ ਲਾਈਕ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੋ ਹੋਇਆ, ਜੇ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਕੋਚਿੰਗ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਹੋਣ ਦੇਣਾ ਨਾ. ਸੋ ਆਈ ਸਮਟਾਈਮ ਟੇਕ ਇਟ ਰੀਲੀ ਪਰਸਨਲ ਐਂਡ ਆਈ get really mad at my clients. I think I get mad at you many times too, right? Because I was like, I see you growing. I see you changing. Why you're not doing it? Like, there are times when a client just texts me and I just call them back because I want to yell at them.
Yeah.
I was like, why you're not doing this?
I have been there.
Yeah. Why you're not doing this? You have more in you. Because I saw more in me. I never thought I can do anything.
Yeah.
Like me sitting here talking to you, I had zero confidence. Still, there are some words I can't pronounce. I was worse than this, right? So if I can sit here and talk to you, if I can compete on the stage, right? If I can do the other things which I'm doing right now, I feel like everybody can do it. ਹਰੇਕ ਬੰਦਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਟੈਲੈਂਟ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਤੇ ਆਉਂਦਾ. Majority of us, we don't discover that talent. We take that talent with us ਸਿਵਿਆਂ ਤੱਕ. ਅਤੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਰੱਬ ਉੱਤੇ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਯਾਰ ਮੈਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਆਹ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਦਿੱਤੀਆਂ ਸੀਗੀਆਂ ਤਾਂ ਉਹ 'ਚ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਡਿਸਕਵਰ ਕੀਤੀ. ਆਈ ਫੀਲ ਲਾਈਕ ਜੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ 2-3 ਜਾਣੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਟੈਲੈਂਟ ਨੂੰ ਡਿਸਕਵਰ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ, ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਪਿਆਰ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੋਈ ਚੀਜ਼ ਬੰਦੇ ਦੇ ਦਿਮਾਗ 'ਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੈਂਦੀ. ਮੈਂ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਵੀ ਪੋਡਕਾਸਟ 'ਚ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ, ਥੱਪੜ ਪਿਆ ਯਾਦ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ, ਸ਼ਾਬਾਸ਼ੀ ਕਦੇ ਯਾਦ ਨਹੀਂ ਰਹਿੰਦੀ, ਰਾਈਟ? ਸੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਥੱਪੜਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਚੀਜ਼ ਸਿੱਖੇ ਹਾਂ, right? And I treat my clients the same way, and I drop clients often, right? ਜੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਹੀਂ follow ਕੀਤਾ, I just return the money. I was like, I don't need you guys. So I feel ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਸੇ client ਨੂੰ ਲੈਣਾ ਵਾ and I see they have potential and they don't do it, then I get mad at you.
Yeah.
And I see a lot more potential in me. How? Through history of Sikhism. Because I see ਕਿ ਆਪਣੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਕਪੈਸਿਟੀ ਆ. ਛੋਲੇ ਖਾ ਕੇ ਇੱਕ ਮੋਠਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਲੜਦੇ ਰਹੇ, ਰਾਈਟ? ਇੰਨਾ ਕੁਛ ਆਪਣੇ ਸਿੰਘਾਂ ਨੇ ਕੁਰਬਾਨੀਆਂ ਦਿੱਤੀਆਂ ਅਤੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ 'ਚੋਂ ਆ. ਜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ 'ਚੋਂ ਆ, ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਗਾਣਿਆਂ 'ਤੇ ਵਾਈਬ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਇਹ ਕੋਈ ਵਾਲ ਲਾ ਕੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਜਿੰਮ 'ਚ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ ਵਰਕਆਊਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੱਚੀ ਮੰਨਦੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ 'ਚੋਂ ਆ, ਡੂ ਯੂ ਰੀਅਲੀ ਹੈਵ ਦੈਟ ਇਨ ਯੂ? ਯੂ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਕ੍ਰਾਈਂਗ ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੁਝ ਖਾਣ ਨੂੰ ਘੱਟ ਮਿਲ ਜਾਏ, ਰੋਟੀ ਠੰਡੀ ਮਿਲ ਜਾਏ ਜਾਂ ਕੁਛ ਹੋਰ, right? If you really think you're one of them, you have to act like it. You can't just have a photo on back of your gaddi or a quote Gurbani vichon and you think you are cool because you're representing them. If you're representing them, try to be like them. ਰੋਟੀ ਖਾਣੀ ਕਈਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਔਖੀ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆ, right? ਜੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ certain ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਾ ਮਿਲਣ. So it's the mindset. Sooner you learn how to control your brain, you can control your life. ਜਿੰਨੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਲਾਈਫ ਕੰਟਰੋਲ 'ਚ ਆਪਣੀ ਹੋਊਗੀ, ਤੋ ਯੂ ਕੈਨ ਹੈਲਪ ਸਮਬਡੀ ਐਲਸ ਟੂ ਬੈਟਰ ਦੇਅਰ ਲਾਈਫ. ਇੱਕ ਕੋਟ ਮੈਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਵੀ ਕੋਟ 'ਚ ਇੱਕ ਪੋਡਕਾਸਟ 'ਚ ਮੈਨਸ਼ਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀਗਾ, ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੈਸ ਬਰਾਊਨ ਦਾ ਉਹ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਐਰਿਕ ਥਾਮਸਨ ਦਾ ਉਹ ਵਾਸ਼ਰੂਮ 'ਚ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਇੱਕ 'ਚ ਨਾ ਉਹ ਵਾਸ਼ਰੂਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਪਲੇਟ 'ਤੇ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਫॉर common courtesy leave this place better than you find and I want to leave this place better than I find. Right, so that's what keeps me going. Podcast ਇਹਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਤੂੰ ਮੇਰੇ ਵੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਕਰਤਾ ਹੈ ਸਾਰਾ but anyways thank you for coming today and thank you Gavin and ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਤੇ podcast finish ਕਰਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਹੋਰ ਸਵਾਲ ਨਾ ਪੁੱਛੀ are you gonna ask me another question?
No.
Okay, good. So thank you for coming today and I just wanted to share your motivational story with everybody so people who are trying to get in shape for summer they can start their journey now. ਮਿਲਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਅਗਲੇ podcast